All right, so the mother-in-law shames the 16-year-old daughter for wearing inappropriate clothing, and now it is time for a conversation. Abby's got the email here from one Bert Show listener wondering, what do you do?
Bert Show, my daughter is 16. We were meeting family for lunch. My mother-in-law's car is broke down and she asked for a ride. I love how this is written like a haiku. Okay. My mother-in-law's car is broke down and she asked for a ride. My husband picked her up early and brought her to our house. My husband left for the restaurant a little earlier than us because I was running a little bit behind. My mother-in-law told my daughter to get a coat on. It was a little cold, so I didn't think anything of it. As I was about to walk out the door, I hear my mother-in-law tell my daughter that she needs to cover up, saying, "You need to cover up. Guys will be looking at you when they should be looking at the person next to them." I walk in the room and my daughter is in her closet looking for something. I tell my mother-in-law, that's not what we teach our children. She is not responsible for men or boys' eyes or actions.
Preach.
Her clothes do not give men or boys permission to gawk or lay hands on her. My mother-in-law replied, "A girl is responsible to wear something appropriate for the occasion." I told her, well, that's not what we teach her. My mother-in-law walks out of the house and says, "I'll just not say anything then."
Well,
There it is.
You should have, but you did.
We go to the restaurant, and at some point, my daughter goes to the restroom. My mother-in-law follows her, and I don't think any of it at the time. Later in the day, my daughter tells my husband and I that her grandmother followed her into the bathroom. She told my daughter that what she was wearing was inappropriate, and she may as well be naked, that men will look at her, and it's her fault. I'm furious with her. First, my daughter was wearing a long-sleeve fitted shirt, coat, and leggings. The shirt covered her stomach and showed no cleavage, but it did show the shape of her body. She's essentially telling my daughter it's her fault if a man looks at her and tries to touch her inappropriately. It's a dangerous message, and I'm not having it. I teach the opposite. A man or boy is responsible for their eyes and actions. Shouldn't my husband say something to his mom?
Yes.
If he doesn't, I want to.
You should.
I'm so frustrated.
All right, so I guess I got two takes on this here real quick. A, who's responsible for talking to the mother-in-law? I think we've established here, dude's mom, dude's responsibility. Your mom, your responsibility. That's where it starts. And the second thing here is I think there is a valuable lesson to be learned here by talking to your daughter and saying that, look, there are many women that have that take. That is not what we preach, and that is not how we feel. And that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, you are the president of your own house.
Yeah, I was frustrating just reading this because I feel like we get a lot of emails or call-ins like this where it's women saying, my husband's mother is doing X, Y, and Z, and I feel like I need to intervene. And it just really grinds my gears that we even have to have the conversation that men need to step up for their families when their mother is crossing boundaries like this. It frustrates me to no end. I'm sick and tired for the women who feel like they have to constantly be the ones to say something when stuff like this is going down. So I totally agree with you. I think it's a great opportunity for you to have a conversation that throughout her life, you as a young woman are going to hear a lot about what to do with your body and how to dress, and that's not the right take. Knowing that it's not your fault how people treat you, no matter how you dress, is the right answer.
Yeah, I agree with everything Bert said. If I'm the father in this situation, it's a no-brainer for me. I would talk to my daughter as well as I would talk to my mother, and I would explain everything that I felt like I needed to explain to my daughter about the lines and the boundaries that my mother was crossing, and then it would just be time for me to sit down with my mother and ask her kindly to allow me and my wife to raise our child.
And I don't even put it all on him. Like, this can be like a united front. Like, he and her can have a sit down with mother-in-law/mother and be like, no, absolutely not. You don't say things to our daughter like that. That is not what we teach in our household. And you were completely out of line.
I love this saying that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And this is a great, you should almost be thankful that this situation showed up with your 16-year-old. And it has much more to do than just your mother-in-law and body image and clothes and stuff like that. We've talked about this so many times over the course of the last couple of years that this generation, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, are getting so much input online and in the family, right? That they really have to build this muscle of accepting that people are going to have opinions, but you got to the way you absorb that opinion is all on you. So, yeah, so mother-in-law can have this opinion, but the 16-year-old and the mom in this situation don't have to accept it. But there's going to be opinions floating all around you all the time.
Absolutely. So this is a great opportunity for you to, again, help her build that muscle while she's still in the comfort of your own home and make sure she knows that your mother-in-law is crazy.
The Bert Show.